Thank you for joining me. Today, we will learn how to create attendance and inspector and assign capacity within the housekeeping web page. For that, we will go to our team option on the left menu. From here, as you can see, we have the option to add a room attendant and also an inspector. There may be some hotels that they don't go to an inspector process, so they actually go from 30 to inspected. But from the hotels that do have an inspector, we do have that option here within RoomKey. Now, to add an attendant, what we will need to click is on the top right menu, the Add Attendant button. From here, we can search the names of our housekeepers and how many hours per day or how many credits per day will they be working. In this case, they will be working a maximum of 8 hours. This doesn't necessarily mean that they work 8 hours on a daily basis. There may be some times that they work less hours if the hotel requires that, as it's not too busy. But this will be the maximum capacity that the housekeeper could work in a day. Once we add an attendant, we will see that we have housekeeping 001 or the name of your housekeeper that has a capacity of 8. If I need to add another attendant, I will go ahead and click from here on the Add Attendant on the top right corner, add my second housekeeper, and add my clinic units per day. And I can go ahead and add a third housekeeper, again from the top menu, by adding their maximum capacity and going OK. I currently have all of my housekeepers attendants that work at my hotel already added. If by any chance you go to Add Attendant and you don't see the name of the housekeeper, please go ahead and add a new clerk ID, so then you can have that person as an option. For that, please refer to how to add a clerk within our clerks videos. Now, if you have an inspector, a person that goes and inspects the room after the housekeeping attendant has cleaned it, go ahead to the inspector side, again to the top right corner where it says Add Inspector, and search for the inspector. It will be okay if you have a housekeeper attendant that is both an inspector and a housekeeper. You can add that person here as well. As you will notice, when we are adding the inspectors, there are no credits for how many rooms will an inspector inspect the rooms, as most likely you will know your capacity and you know roughly how many rooms could an inspector inspect during a day. Wonderful. So this is how you add an attendant and an inspector into the housekeeping web page. Thank you for joining me.